Baby. The way that I gagged this morning, so I did Sunday Fun Day yesterday, and I'm getting a little too old to be doing all this carrying on, and I didn't even get home until after 4, I think it was almost 5 when I walked through my doors. And I didn't go to sleep until after 6. I had a little bit too much to drink, okay? And I heard my phone vibrating, because sometimes I sleep with my phone on my bed. Not charged. Don't charge your phones and have them on like your bed, because you know that's how sometimes they say Apple. It's girl, we'll talk about it later. So I had my phone on my bed, and I'm not a heavy sleeper, but I'm not a light sleeper either. And I heard my phone vibrating, but girl, I'm still like low key, you know, girl, 3 sheets to the wind, okay? And I'm like, girl, whoever it is, because I turn my ringer off when I go to sleep, okay? I said, whoever it is, if it's an emergency, they'll call. Because, you know, even though I have my ringer off, certain people I have set up so if they call, their phone calls will still come through no matter what. So I'm like, girl, if it's an emergency, girl, they're gonna have to call, okay? Because I can't even reach over and look at the text message. So then I finally get up because I have to go to the restroom. So I roll over. And I'm like, let me check these text messages. And girl, I open up my phone, and the first thing I see, girl, is one, Robyn Dixon allegedly not returning to the Real Housewives of Potomac. And then I scrolled up, and my friend had sent me Candiace, Dillard, Bassett exit Real Housewives of Potomac after 6 seasons. I am filled with gratitude, exclusive. And this is by Dave Quinn. Now, for the girls and boys and non-binary who don't know who Dave Quinn is, Dave Quinn is the guy who, I don't know if he had, you know, other people assisted him in writing the book, but remember that Housewife book that came out like some years ago? He wrote that Housewife book when he interviewed like all housewives, you know, past, and at the time, even present. He interviewed Andy. It was a lot going on in the book. So, you know, he's a writer for People. So anytime I see Dave Quinn's name attached to anything that has to do with the Real Housewives of any city, I automatically believe it. I think that they will probably give him first dibs. Not necessarily first dibs, but anytime I see his name attached to a story, I tend to believe it. So once I saw that it was written by Dave Quinn, and once I gagged for about 30 minutes because I just was not expecting to wake up and see that my girl is leaving. Girl, I was like, oh my goodness. Now the other one, I wasn't surprised. Girl, I knew Robyn was getting her walking papers. Girl, I don't know what y'all be watching on y'all TV screens. I don't know why y'all thought that Robyn wasn't getting her pink slip in her white box. Girl, anybody who's watched this season knew that Robyn was just coming back, girl, so they could get her last. Let me say, this is how it works with even just corporate America. It like, they're gonna get as much as they can out of you. Oh my God, what's going on? Okay, I thought I was having issues with my microphone. But as I was saying, it's kind of like corporate America sometimes. You know how it happened to me, okay? So, you know how like if you're about to be fired, they already know what's about to happen. You may not know, or sometimes you probably kind of know because, you know, for some of us, you kind of know, girl, when doomsday come, like, oh girl, I've been cutting up and acting a fool. It's probably gonna happen anytime soon now. But they wait until the end of your shift to give you your pink slip and your white box. They want to get that last bit of work out of you. So even for Robyn Dixon, who they say got her pink slip and her white box, girl, they got that last bit of work out of Robyn. They said, girl, we're going to bring you back season 8. I also think that Robyn probably got a pay cut. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all set, like, y'all be setting Robyn, y'all set y'all homegirl up. Y'all really gassed Robyn up to make her believe that it was okay for her to go to a paywall and charge subscribers $5, $10, $50, however much it was, to reveal information that should have been revealed on a reality show that she gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to talk about. And y'all was really down to the World Wide Web telling Robyn that it was all right and it was okay. What's the big deal? What do you mean, what's the big deal? It's kind of like you working at Saks, but then also going online to promote Nordstrom. It's like you working at Neiman's and then going online to talk about Saks, and then think that when your boss finds out that you're talking about Neiman's and you work at Saks, that they might not have something to say. It's like you thinking you're going to work at Saks and then work at Nordstrom at the same time. It won't happen. One of them gotta go. So they say Robyn is out. We'll talk about Robyn in a little bit. Back to Candiace. So Candiace is not returning to the show. And I'm going to just give a quick 1-2 of what they said. I'm not going to read everything, but Candiace Dillard Bassett is saying goodbye to the Real Housewives of Potomac. The singer who joined the series in season 3 tells people exclusively that she won't be returning to the reality series for its upcoming 9th season. As I embark on a new chapter after 6 remarkable years with the Real Housewives of Potomac, I am filled with gratitude for the enriching friendships, personal growth, and moments of introspection that have defined this journey, Dillard Bassett 37 says. With a whirlwind of new opportunities and responsibilities on my plate, I have decided to take a break from RHOP. She goes on to tease that her exit might only be temporary, noting that this is not a farewell, but a see you later. I'm torn. Of course, it's not my decision because, it's not my decision. Okay. On one hand, I'm happy that Candiace is leaving the show because, see, this is the thing about Candiace that some of the girls may not believe. I don't know. I don't care. When Candiace first came onto the show, I was indifferent when it came to Candiace. Candiace was one of those girls where I could take or leave her. I think for some people, they think that either you have to like somebody or hate somebody. And for me, it doesn't work that way. I can go up for you or I can dislike you, or it's kind of like, girl, she there, she not, she's not. That's how I felt about Candiace. That's how I kind of feel about like Toya. That's how I used to feel about Karen. So there are a lot of the girls that, it's not that I dislike them. It's like that girl, if they on the show, they on the show. If they're not on the show, they're not on the show. Like, that's how I used to feel about Robyn too. Like, now Robyn can go. But like, if they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. Like, girl, I don't care. It wasn't until season 5 happened, girl, the infamous season 5 fight night, okay? Where it wasn't even about me necessarily liking Candiace. I really felt, and I still feel to this day, that the way that Candiace was treated by the viewers was completely unfair. And sometimes even crossing the line of disgusting. So when I would come down to YouTube, I would talk about what I saw. And because I felt like, and I still feel like, I was absolutely right in what I saw, it started to become for me just standing up for what I felt was right, which was in a way like defending Candiace. Because I really didn't think that what was happening and the way that people were discussing it online via Twitter or Instagram, I didn't think it was the truth. And I felt like the way that people were treating her, I just didn't understand, and I just didn't like it, to be honest. And so I would come down here and I'd be like, well, no, that's not what happened. That's not what I saw, blah, 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 blah. And I think in the process of me, I guess in a way, defending Candiace, I started to kind of like Candiace. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Candiace is, oh, excuse me. I don't think that Candiace is someone who is above reproach. I think that Candiace can definitely be called out. One of the issues that I've always had, especially up until this date, not always had, but, you know, as it pertains to Candiace being a housewife, and someone mentioned this the other day in my live, that someone said that Candiace is not innocent. And my reply was, right, Candiace is not innocent, but they all are guilty. But y'all act like the only people that are guilty are Candiace, and we're going to go ahead and throw Wendy in there too. And quiet as it's kept, the things that Candiace has done, it doesn't even hold a candle to half of the mess that some of the other girls have done. So I'm happy that Candiace is walking away. We're going to get into that in a little bit, whether she walked away or either she was handed a pink slip in a white box too. But I am happy that Candiace is, in a way, not returning, because like I was telling one of my friends before I came on live, that it has to be draining. Even though those ladies got paid a decent amount of money, it has to be draining to always be the butt of the joke. It has to be draining to constantly get online and people wish that you get your head bashed in because they don't like something that you said. It has to be draining for people to get online and always see people say, we want Monique back so she can beat your ass. Like, it has to be draining, right? So part of me feels like I'm happy for Candiace, because I think a person can only take so much, right? Then the other side is like, bitch, I know you didn't let these hoes run you off from your job. I know. You didn't let these raggedy ass viewers and these helpers that you work with run you from that good paying job, heifer. Girl, listen to this. I was this close. I don't even DM, girl. You know, I don't even, girl, first I barely check my DMs. Hello? Girl, I was this close to DMing Candiace. Bitch, I know you ain't let them hoes run you from your job. Okay? Bitch, what? I thought the way that Candiace was treated on the show, as it pertains to the viewers, I think that it was unfair. I think it was absolutely disgusting at times. I think that a lot of the viewers are colorist. I think that some of the cast members are colorist. I think that is factual. I will never take it back. I will never walk it back. I think that a lot of the viewers are colorist. I think that the energy that y'all have for Candiace, but somehow y'all just somehow give the other women who just happen to be light-skinned women passes, but y'all don't want to say that it's colorism, girl. Do I think that Candiace was fired or that she walked away? I know some of y'all about to roll y'all eyes. I think that Candiace left on her own. I do. I think Candiace made a decision to leave Potomac. And a part of me is like, girl, you left that good paying job. But then the other part of me is, I don't know if this was her mindset. Maybe she just was really just kind of like, okay, girl, I'm good. I'm done. But the other part of me also, I really do believe that just seeing the hate that woman gets, it's mind blowing to me. It really is. It's just mind blowing to me. It's one thing for people to dislike someone because of their personality, right? I think that the viewers took it to an entirely different level when it came to Candiace and when it comes to Wendy. And I just don't know why. You know, the girls were swapping down that Candiace has the smartest mouth girl out of all the housewives. She just goes below the belt. And that's what, and I don't even have to start pulling out the receipts. You know what I'm saying? But we know that's just not the truth. We know that's not the truth. She doesn't have the worst mouth. She doesn't say, well, some stuff she say can be vicious. But it's no different. The point is, it's no different than what some of the other girls say. It always bothers me when you choose to pin these girls against the wall, but girl, you let the other girls walk scot-free. Robyn, girl, I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, you fucked up. You really went behind a paywall and told your business and thought that you were going to be okay. You came back this season. You really didn't give anything. It was always, you know, she loved to play that white woman role, child. And then I think what put the nail in the coffin for Robyn probably was that your husband didn't even have the decency to come and support you at the reunion. Even Chris was at the reunion, and Chris wasn't even on the season, girl. What was Robyn's? Y'all talking about what Juan, y'all talking about what, is Jamal coming? Is Juan coming? Girl, you went through all this mess, looking like a fool, over your man. Just for you to come back to the reunion and your man not even be sitting behind you. I swear to God, I hope that Juan was just late and they just didn't show him. I hope Juan was at that reunion. At this point, it doesn't matter, I guess. It's raining. Oh, if it's raining outside. Anyways, shout out to Candiace. Shout out to Robyn, girl. I think Candiace is going to be okay. I think Candiace is a talented girl. She has other stuff going on. I hope that Candiace got to the reunion and cut up and acted a fool and set that whole building on fire. Girl. And then grabbed her purse, grabbed her keys, and said, girl, all right, well, y'all have a nice life. I'm gone. I might pop back in season 10. You know, do a little friend of role. That would be cute. Other than that, we'll talk later. All right. Shout out to Candiace Dillard Bassett. I think that Candiace will forever go down. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I think that Candiace was a woman, a housewife that was completely misunderstood. I think that Candiace was the reason that the lights stayed on in Potomac. I think that Candiace was on her way to being a great housewife. I think that Candiace was a good housewife. I think that Candiace was underappreciated. And I think y'all will soon find out, baby. Y'all better hope that the girls they bring back next season, girl, are willing to work. Because y'all gonna find out the girls that y'all hype up and put on pedestals, they really don't bring shit to the show. Hey, Giselle. I'm still waiting, girl. You know, y'all know I like Ashley, but I'm still waiting for them to say that Ashley got her pink slip in her white box. You better be glad that Candiace quit, because she probably was your saving grace, Miss Ashley Darby. Anyways, I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.